What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your man, ChazzEllis, once again giving you the information that you asked me for. Make sure you make the class. It's going to be this Sunday. That's the 18th of January. It's going to be 10 steps to rebuilding your self-esteem. So make sure you make that class. It's online. It's free. So sign up. That's all you got to do. Anyway, the question that I got from a guy was, he asked me, why is it that girls forgive some guys and not others? There's a couple reasons for that. Normally, some people will say it depends on what you do. And, of course, to some degree, it depends on what you do. I mean, there's some stuff that's just unforgivable by anybody. But a lot of it really depends on how she feels about you to begin with. And that's most of what it is. Normally, for instance, say one guy cheats on a girl and another guy does. You'll notice that a lot of times women, the same woman, will forgive one guy for cheating on her 4, 5, 6 times. Then another guy, he may cheat on her once, and she's just done with him. And a lot of people will say, well, that's because she wised up, learned from her mistakes. Nah, not really. That's usually not what it is. Because she might give another guy right after that and let him cheat on her 3 or 4 times. I'm just going to be as real with you as I possibly can be. And some people will get upset because people get upset at every video. There's some person that gets upset at everything. But the way it kind of works is, a lot of times, women date 2 types of people, like that they're in real relationships with. There are people that all I want is forever. And then there are placeholders. Now, most of the time, you're actually a placeholder. You probably didn't know you were a placeholder, but you are. See, a lot of people talk about how men have friends with benefits, and people talk about how women have the friend zone. But what people rarely ever talk about is the placeholder. Now, when you are a placeholder, you are basically there because you are convenient at a particular time in their life. This does not mean that they don't treat you well. This does not mean that this only lasts for a short period of time. You could be a placeholder for 20 years. But this means that you are only going to be in a relationship with this woman as long as you are providing her a convenience. Okay? If you are not giving her a particular convenience from you being there, then you are not going to last the test of time. Now, all I want is forever type of love is totally different. This is when they are with the dude no matter what. Pretty much, he has to wear that love thin before she is willing to leave him. Like, you'll see a person saying, man, we really, really loved each other, but I made a mistake and she broke up with me. She just left me and never came back. That person's wrong. Either they're full of crap like most dudes are, and they're saying, I only did this one thing. Well, that's the only thing you remember. You forgot about all the other stuff you did for the last 5, 6 years that made that girl no longer want to be with your ass. This last thing was the straw that broke the camel's back. You've been doing bad stuff, messing up, shitting and falling back in it for the last 2, 3 years to wear this girl's love thin to the point where she's no longer like, all I want is forever. She's like, you know what? I'm done with this. She's run out of love. By the time she's broken up with you, she ran out of love with you for you a long time ago. It probably about 2, 3 years that she ran out of love from just all the stuff you've been doing. Now, if you made one mistake, if you cheated on a girl and she left you, you're probably just a placeholder. If that's all you ever really did was cheat on her and she left, I know some women will get pissed at me for saying this. I'm calling it like it really is, not the fake stuff. You know me, that's what I'm known for. I'm a slave to the truth. I can't help it. If she's breaking up with you over cheating on her one time, you were a placeholder. Now, the truth of the matter is some women only love men as placeholders. That's really all they got. That's really all they can really do. They only love guys as placeholders. And this is why a lot of guys have a problem with these women, because they're not being loved the way that they would expect to be loved by a woman. Because a woman's love is like all-encompassing. Not like I said, not every woman loves that way, but it's tough for guys to be with them. But in general, a woman's love is all-encompassing. A woman loves you past what you really are. What I mean by that is, a woman will love you as if you're really better than what you really are. Like the way she talks about you and the way you really are, just don't even connect to most people. Like, oh, he's this, he's that, he's the other, and then like, I know this dude. He's really none of those things. Like, no, I know he is. You know, and that's how women love. Women look for reasons to love, while men look for reasons not to love. What I mean by that is, as a man, and men, you already know what I'm talking about. This is just giving a little heads up to women a little bit. When you're dealing with a man, he's looking for every reason in the world not to love you. Because we look for the holes in things in general. Like, women look for reasons to love that man. Because if they didn't, they wouldn't love anybody. If women look for reasons not to love us, then they would never fall in love. Now, there are some women who love like men do, and they'll always be single. That's just the way it is. Because if you look for reasons not to love a man, you ain't never falling. It's not happening. You will never fall in love. A man can look for reasons not to love a woman, and he can still fall in love. Because he may not be able to find any legitimate reasons not to love a woman. I'm not trying to kiss up the women. I'm just keeping it real. You can look for legitimate reasons not to love a woman and never be able to find any. That ain't happening with no man. There are a million legitimate reasons not to love any man. I'm just being real. Just being honest. You know. And y'all know it. Be real with yourself, fellas. You know it. You can think of a million legitimate reasons why you wouldn't love you. Not if you were a woman. You can think of a million legitimate reasons. But that's how women love. They just love differently. And when they really love you, and they really have that all I want is forever love with you, then that means that they're going to let some stuff go. They're going to let things go by. They're going to be like, well, we're going to try and make this work anyway. Because they don't want to lose you. They love you. They want to be with you. They love you past what you are. They love you to your potential. They love you to what you could be and what they see in you. They love you farther. That's why they be so disappointed when you don't do the things that they feel like that you could do. You know, most of the time a guy ain't really disappointed when a girl doesn't do things that she hasn't done already. We judge them on their past more than anything because we don't have that I love you past what you are type of thought process. That's not how men really are. We love you as what you are. If this ain't good enough for us, then we don't ever think it will be. Women love past that. They like, hey, if this ain't good enough, I know one day he's going to be even better. They see potential. They see things like that. And if they're not seeing that in you, that means you're just a placeholder. They're not looking at you for the future. They're looking at you for if you're cool right now. And if you're not cool right now, or you're inconvenient right now, or you're doing something that's getting on their nerves right now, or you're not putting yourself in a position where they think you're going to make them happy right now, then guess what? You're canceled. It's over. Because you are a placeholder. You're not getting dumped because you called her a bitch. You're not getting dumped because you lost your job. You're not getting dumped because you cheated that one time. You're getting dumped because you are a freaking placeholder. That's why you're getting dumped. If you get dumped by a woman and you really had that all I want is forever love, be real with yourself. You can track back a million things that you've done wrong to cause that woman to get to that point where she was like, I'm out of here. I'm done with this. When a woman really, really loved you and she actually left your ass, by the time she left you, you know good and well you deserve it, whether you want to believe it or not, whether you want to accept it or not, or whether you'll say so out loud. You know good and well you pretty much pushed that woman out the door. Women ain't really leaving you. You left them through the stuff that you did. Just be real. Be real with yourself. Now, if you were a placeholder, you may not have done anything. That's the bad part about it. You may just have hit a rough patch in your life, and because you were a placeholder, she was like, deuces. So that's kind of how it is. That's why they forgive some people and don't forgive others. A lot of times, it's just what you are to them gives you the different amount of leeway. So, I mean, you know, if you're a placeholder, you're a placeholder. A lot of times you don't figure that out until you have done something. Hopefully I was able to help you out. Once again, it's your man, ChazzEllis. Make sure you share this video with somebody else. Also, like and subscribe. Peace.